and welcome to the Suffolk Insider, your weekly source to events and news on campus. We're live at Suffolk's own Studio 73. I'm your host, Delaney Fischetti. We're joined today by Suffolk University Dance Company's Nicole Fell and Emma Doherty. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us.
You're welcome. So can you tell me a little bit more about SUDC?
So we're an all-student-run organization in the performing arts. We host auditions once a year and take new members as they come. We're self-choreographed and we work under a director.
Nice.
And we have 17 girls this year, and the dances, like the styles that we do, are lyrical, contemporary jazz. We've done hip hop before, so it's really whatever we decide to choreograph is the style that we do for the semester.
Fun. So how did you both get involved in SUDC?
I auditioned the fall semester after I transferred here and just made the team.
Yeah, I auditioned as a freshman. I just wanted to continue dancing.
So Nicole, as captain, what does your roles involve?
As the captain, I just make sure that everything is running smoothly. I work directly with our director and the PAO office to make sure that logistically everything is going how it's supposed to be, making sure we have enough dances, everything like that. I also run practice when the director can't be there or anything like that. Deal with any team issues, and Emma helps with a lot of the logistical stuff.
So you're the co-captain. What does your duties involve?
I help out with basically everything that the director and captain need help with. I help a little bit more with like the organization and coordination of all of the other positions. We have a treasurer, secretary, like all of those positions. I make sure everyone has everything they need.
So SUDC has been involved in a ton of different events. What are some that have taken place outside of campus?
Just recently we did Suffolk's Family Weekend at the Museum of Science. Last year we did the one at the Children's Museum. We've also performed at BU and other off-campus events. We like to get our name out there to more than just Suffolk students.
Awesome. And you also have a huge event coming up on campus. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, next Friday the 13th at 7 we're having our first fall showcase for this year, and we're going to be performing 5 new dances, included a couple that were student choreographed and then one that our director just choreographed for the Celtics game that we're going to be performing at in the winter semester.
Oh, cool. And you also choreographed a dance. What was that process like?
I choreographed a dance, a small group, and then an even smaller group, like they said. There are 3 other girls from my dance studio that I grew up going to. So I choreographed one with them and then one for the team. It's really exciting and gratifying to see something you thought of in your head come to life.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So Emma, what are some of the dances that you're most excited to perform?
I'm super excited to perform Nicole's, obviously. Our director choreographed, like Nicole said, the piece for the Celtics that we perform in January. So that'll be really fun. It's just good practice and different doing it on a stage versus the Celtics court. And then also one of the girls, Erica, choreographed for the first time. It's the dance we did at the Museum of Science. So that'll also be fun because we get to do it on the stage for the first time. So I'm excited to do all of them.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
So how can other students get involved in SUDC?
So we hold auditions typically in September, the week after the Temple Street Fair. And then it just depends on, how many girls we have that year, how many we take. But we love having people come and audition. It's really great.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's send it over to Suffolk Insider reporter Sydney Bruce, who has the scoop on events.
Thanks, Delaney. I'm joined by Sam Zyberg from InstaRam, a social media group out of the Performing Arts office here at Suffolk. Thanks for joining us, Sam.
No problem.
So let's first start off by talking about last Thursday's event, which was Halloween Bash at the Royale. Can you tell us a little bit about it and how the turnout was?
Sure, yeah, it was a really popular event. I know a lot of my friends went. I unfortunately couldn't get a ticket because they were sold out by the time I realized it was happening, but
Yep.
a lot of people went dressed up in costumes. I thought it was really cool just kind of going on Snapchat, seeing everyone like dressed up and posing, and it was, from what I saw, it was a lot of fun. I think people really enjoyed it.
Nice. So I know that InstaRam recently did a contest called #InstaBooSU. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what the contest was?
Sure, well, we tried to do a kind of a competition at least once a semester. Like last year we did a trivia contest, and this year we figured because it's Halloween, we went to a costume contest, and so we want people to kind of just send us pictures of themselves posing their costumes on Halloween using the hashtag InstaBooSU. And so the winner would get some RAM cash from the RAM cards. They can buy a sweatshirt or a book from the bookstore. And we had 2 winners this year, and they each received $25 in RAM cash. And it was really fun just kind of seeing all the different costumes people submitted, and we had a really hard time picking the winners.
Oh, nice. So on November 5th, there was the Real Women of Orange is the New Black event. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what went on with that?
Sure, it was done by Diversity Services, who do a lot of really cool events on campus, and they brought in actual women who were at the prison that Orange is the New Black is based off of. And it was a packed event. It was held at the C. Walsh Theater, and kind of the women just talked about their stories, and it was a very well-attended event. People really seemed to enjoy it.
Nice. And what are some upcoming events that students can expect to see from InstaRam?
Well, there are 2 really big events that we're going to be promoting. One is the theater department's fall production, Doris Day in Belarus, which is written by our professor Wes Savick, and it's kind of a goodbye to the studio theater because we're losing it at the end of this year. And the second big event is the Performing Arts Office is their dinner theater production, which is a show they do every year, and this year it's Harry Potter themed, and last year was Star Trek themed, and that really had a high attendance rate, and I'm really excited to see it this year, kind of see what they come up with.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Sam.
No problem. Glad to be here.
That's it for events. Back to you, Delaney.
That's it for this week's episode. If you'd like to see more from The Insider, be sure to look for us on Suffolk Voice Multimedia section. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.